So I'm long overdue for a video and decided that I would take the time to go ahead and crack one out right now. So what started off as doing maintenance, really swapping out the existing CV axles on both sides of Betty, turned into a seal replacement for the final seals as well. And it's not a tough job, really. Once the axles, of course, are out of the way, you have to remove them. But I just want to point out a couple of things that are going to debunk some internet mythology, I believe. So one thing is that, first of all, those bolts that are holding this in are going to be splined. Either the CV joint itself, on either side, wheel side or transmission side, those are, if they're original bolts, they're splined. And you'll need to be very careful removing those, or get in there with a DeWalt 3-inch cutter and just cut the heads clean off of them in order to get them out, and then replace them with the newer style hex bolt heads that'll go right in, or hex, like Allen head type bolts. Those will work a lot better. But some of the issues are that removing parts, and I've watched these videos on it, there's a rubber cap that sits inside the flange. Here's the rubber cap right here. Even the Bentley manual says just stick something in there and pop it clean out. But if you just take a screwdriver and get in on this lip right here against the edge, it'll pop right out. Now, if you don't care and you just want to replace it anyway, like I do, get in there and just tear it up, okay? And just replace it with new parts. But if you're preserving parts, if you're cash conscious or whatever, then just come in at the side and it ought to pop out fairly clean. If it doesn't, throw some WD-40 on there to loosen it up, or some PV Blaster. Behind it, and retaining the flange in place, will be this little guy, this C-ring. And it's not thin like a normal snap ring would be. And it doesn't have, of course, a snap ring holes. So what that means is these little guys are not going to do you any justice trying to get that out. They just won't. The tips are too small. They're not going to bite very well. Some people get lucky and they say you can use these, but it's not likely going to happen. Okay, so what I did was I purchased these Proto tools, Proto pliers, company's name is Proto, off of Amazon. And they had, at one time, a 90-degree lip. See that burn mark? That's where I cut the lip off, because these pliers just won't get into the space necessary between the C-clamp and the flange in place. It's not easy to get in there. The flange, one flange is in the sonic cleaner and the other one is being rust treated right now, so I don't have them to show, but trust me, there's no room for the Proto tool. Hence why most people probably fuss and cuss over using these little guys. Just take that same 3-inch DeWalt metal cutter and cut the doggone end off of this. So you got a nice little sort of, smaller plate there, right where the holes are at. There are slight indents and holes or whatever to grab hold of these C-clamps, or C-clips as they may be called. Then you can just squeeze and the doggone things will come right out, okay? These will pop clean out. It might take a couple tries, but you'll get it. After that, many people will tell you to just jam a screwdriver in to pull the seal. Now the seals look like this. Here's one of the seals. Off of one side, you can see how kind of nasty it is on the outside. It gave up, that's why I have a lot of leaking 90 weight coming out. And you can see that little bend there. That's where I stuck the seal puller tool directly into the car, or directly into the seal itself. It's even got the 90 weight on it still, because I don't clean my tools very well. Nevertheless, get this sucker in there and pull it. Some people will say you can drill a screw into, and I read this today actually, that you can drill a screw into these seals and then use a vice grips or something to pull it out. Good luck with that. I'd like to see that actually happen. Many guys say they have success with it. I don't think it's the best way to go. Rather than fabricate something and just get upset, just spend the $10 or whatever it costs to go down to O'Reilly and get Performance Tool number W1219, okay? And just buy this sucker and use it. You'll be able to use it on wheel bearings, seals, whatever else you've got to work on in the car, transmission and end seal, whatever it is you got to pull out, okay? don't screw around with using inferior stuff. And if you need to modify the tool, like I did in the case of the clamp pliers there, then by all means do so. That's it. So far, Betty's running really well, and this was just the necessary maintenance I had to get done. Thanks.